Hello, this is going to be the first of my alternate history videos. It's going to become a bit of a series. All things in this are my political views. I just want to grill, please leave me alone, don't crucify me. This is going to be a reading of the law of my Axis victory scenario, the fatherland Victoria. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. This is going to cover the pre-war and the war itself. Not much has changed in the pre-war. Churchill dies in 1933. Italy actually reforms its army after initial defeats in Abyssinia, and guess what? Their army is somewhat competent. Mussolini buys Tunisia off the French for 20 million lira. Stalin does a second Great Purge and kills Marshal Zhukov in it, and about a third of the remaining Red Army High Command. And yeah, that's all the pre-war changes. Okay, now we can deal with the war. Poland refuses to cede Danzig to Germany, despite its majority German population, causing the Second World War to break out in September 1939, same as our timeline. Poland is split between the Soviet Union and Germany in about 4 weeks. Internally, Germany creates the general government in the southeast of Poland and integrates the rest into Germany proper. The Soviets, fearing Leningrad would be taken by the Germans through Finland, sent an unbelievable ultimatum in November to the Finnish government, demanding large sections of eastern Finland alongside several unacceptable terms, and like any sovereign nation, Finland declined, beginning the Winter War. In 1940, Germany, seeking to maintain iron imports from neutral Sweden, would begin Operation Weserübung in April, invading Norway and Denmark. Germany would succeed in conquering Denmark in only 6 hours, but would reach an aggravating stalemate in central Norway due to stiff British and Norwegian resistance. Mussolini invades British Somaliland in May. However, the Duce is unsure about invading Egypt due to the mistaken belief of a massive garrison in the British protectorate. Germany, seeking to break the stalemate in Norway to get iron ore flowing into Germany, invades the Netherlands to distract Allied forces. The plan works perfectly, and French forces stupidly charge up into the Netherlands, presented with a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Seeing the Ardennes thought impassable by the Allies, launches a devastating armoured blitzkrieg through them, overrunning Luxembourg in a day and incorporating it into Germany. The Allies are cut off from supply, and they reach the English Channel in the following week, completely annihilating the British expeditionary force at Dunkirk and crippling any hope of rescuing France from German conquest. France gets conquered very quickly. Spain joins the Axis in exchange for some lands from France and some colonial stuff post-war, plus economic aid. Operation Felix results in the hard and brutal capture of Gibraltar by Axis forces. What remained of British forces fled with Gibraltar's monkeys, deeming them severe military need. France falls in July, which leads to the creation of Vichy France. The Japanese get Indochina and divide it between themselves and Thailand. They later turn these into the puppet states of Cambodia, the Empire of Vietnam, and the Republic of Laos. Romania gets taken over by the Iron Guard and would soon join the Axis. This was for one reason, and one reason only: preserving Romania, after losing northern Transylvania to Hungary and southern Dobruja to Bulgaria in September. The Iron Guard felt they must act immediately, and so launched their coup. Thailand joins the Axis. a mere formality, since they'd already joined the Great Restation Coast. The British Mediterranean fleet trapped and destroyed it as Operation Pedestal was made quite a miserable failure by joint Franco-Italian naval operations encircling the convoy, dooming any hope of reinforcement to Egypt, leading to the beginning of Operation Pharaoh by the Italian army, and with assistance from the Africa Corps, led by Erwin Rommel, as Hitler is unsure about Hitler's ability to be competent to any degree. Malta gets taken after a gruesome naval landing, and Cyprus is taken in Ottoman Venetia. And soon the invasion of Italy begins. So that we've concluded our 1941.